You might think genetic tests are harmless. They promise to unlock your family history. But what happens when your DNA becomes a tool for control? This is Dark Data Files. Tonight, we unravel the truth behind your genetic data. Commercial genetic testing has skyrocketed. Companies like 23andMe and Ancestry DNA are everywhere. Millions are curious about their roots. A simple spit in a tube leads to intriguing reports. You may learn you're part Irish or Scandinavian. Fun, right? But your saliva is worth more than a family tree. It's a blueprint containing intimate details. Your disease risks, behavioral patterns, and even emotional traits. Once you share your DNA, you can't take it back. Let's understand the implications. Your DNA is unique, yet it's often given away cheaply. The fine print lets companies store and sell your genetic data. This has serious consequences. Big Pharma pays millions for DNA access. They develop therapies based on your data. Meanwhile, governments quietly build large DNA databases. You might have taken these tests for fun. Others see your DNA as a valuable asset. It's the new oil, unlocking information about you. And once digital, your DNA can be exploited without consent. Consider this: what if your genetic profile becomes public? What if insurance companies know your cancer risk? Employers might check for mental health markers. Governments could link genes to criminal actions. This isn't fiction, it's becoming reality. Countries like China maintain vast DNA databases. They collect samples, often without consent. The US warns military personnel against consumer DNA kits for security risks. In the West, police are expanding genetic archives too. Even if you never took a test, you may be in the system. If a relative tested, they could expose your genetic information. With enough samples, identification isn't hard. You might already be a part of this surveillance. Now picture DNA linked to artificial intelligence. Algorithms using your genetic data to predict actions. This is happening now. Programs are using DNA to influence legal sentencing. Medical trials tailor medications based on genetic traits. Gene editing technologies like CRISPR raise ethical concerns. Who defines the ideal traits? If we treat humans like programs, we risk genetic discrimination. Choices become privilege, rather than universal. It's not about ancestry anymore. It's about constructing a society based on genes. The tools are at our disposal. Digital DNA wallets and predictive health scores exist today. Now, factor in global instability. Sudden health crises or cyber threats prompt governmental responses. They'll push for genetic registries, calling for health security. We've seen this pattern before: create a problem, instill panic, implement a program. But this time, it's your genetics under surveillance. Consider the implications. If your DNA is accessible, it can be weaponized. Tailored attacks or bioengineered evidence could frame you. Propaganda may target your vulnerabilities. This isn't just a warning, it's a reality. Think of DARPA funding research into gene-targeted bioweapons. Startups aim to create DNA-authenticated ID systems. Proposals for global genetic IDs are on the table. The true agenda won't be disclosed. They'll frame it as personalized medicine or public safety. However, the growing pool of data makes escape harder. DNA can't be changed or erased. Once digitized, your identity becomes a profile. Every action you take could be predetermined by your DNA. An algorithm unseen may dictate your life. This is Dark Data Files, exposing what's hidden in the digital shadows. When discussing ancestry, remember, there's a larger system at play. Your DNA isn't just a result, it's an identity marker. Before you take a genetic test, think critically. Are you simply curious, or are you being betrayed? You can't remove your genetic information from databases. If you've already submitted your DNA, take action. Request deletion, opt out of research, and inform others. Remember, the trap goes beyond the test, it's about trust. Stay tuned to Dark Data Files. Your code is valuable, and your identity should remain private. Protect yourself and resist giving away your genetic assets.